P21 Sidebars relate specifically to our yearbook work, and it's a great method for getting added coverage of our students. This target at the 1 level asks that we can include a photo sidebar. This would be a very minimal, just a photo with a caption and a headline. So not a lot of extra work involved, but it is a way to get some extra information onto a spread. At a 2 level, you have a sidebar that can convey obvious information. At a 3 level, you have an engaging sidebar. We'll talk about what that can look like. And at a 4 level, you can have an engaging sidebar that can complement the story and or theme that it is partnered with. So what is a sidebar? A sidebar is simply extra information, which can include or be shown in a variety of formats, and it does have a separate headline. It is generally a slightly different angle on whatever subject the spread covers. So if you have a spread on basketball, and most of the spread just talks about how successful a season was, you might have a sidebar that talks about perhaps one player who's going on to play at the college level. Slightly different angle, still related to the concept of the overall spread, which is the success of the season, but it's giving some new information that we didn't get in the main article. Now, sidebars could be, for that 1 level, a picture with a caption and a headline. It could be a graph. It could be a Q&A, so you've got a question, you have multiple people answer it. It could be cutout pictures, multiples, and many other options. The key here is that you are taking a slightly different angle on whatever subject you're looking at for the spread and whatever angle you've already taken. Here's a yearbook example from another school's book. So this spread as a whole was about art, and their main focus is centered over here, and it's taking up the majority of the spread, right? That there were different mediums that are used in art class, different ways that students were able to express themselves. And then we've got a couple of different sidebars going on. We've got a question over here and one student response. We've got a cutout picture to add to it. We've got over here a little sidebar on AP art students. So we've got our headline there, and then we've got their features. We've got some cutout pictures and their artwork and a little story about each one of them. And then we've got some technology and art down here as well. So this is actually what's called a modular approach to design, and we'll talk about this in the design spread, but it does lend itself to many different sidebars to help get a wide variety of coverage for whatever subject you happen to be using. If we choose not to go with a modular approach, it's totally okay to have just one. I mean, we could have had just one sidebar here with this question and answer, and that's also acceptable. So don't think you have to have multiple sidebars. One will do, but it's always nice to get some added coverage in the yearbook.